Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? And welcome to my YouTube channel. This one is a very special video today. I mean, like, I was meant to do it like yesterday or 2 days ago, but I think now things have calmed down. I've had time to reflect. I can now finally give my views on the awesome, amazing, spectacular, ultimate, you know exactly where I'm going with this, Spider-Man No Way Home official teaser trailer. As you know, it had taken so long for them to release it. To be fair, without the leak, I'm not too sure. I'm not even too sure we would have got the trailer, to be honest, because there was rumours speculating initially that Kevin Feige said that we would go into this film blind. But thanks to a leak that happened just a couple of days, I think it was just a day prior. Sorry, 1 second. Prior to the official teaser trailer. It's like the hands were forced, the hands were tied, and say, "Fuck it, we have to release something in it." And boy, did it not disappoint. I mean, my God, where do we start with this? There's so much to unpack. The first thing I'm gonna start off with is the one that obviously got everyone most, is the return of Doc Ock. Now, we had already heard the news of this much earlier anyway, but to officially see on screen with the original and still, to me, one of the best villains, not just for the MCU or Spider-Man film, but the best villains to be brought from the comic into the screen, is fantastic. To have Alfred Molina back play this iconic character in such an iconic way like he did the first time round, I think is amazing, and it's just awesome to have him back. And I've just been watching a lot of people's reactions to this trailer and the reaction to Doc Ock, and it has been nothing but superb. I cannot wait to see him in particular, probably out of all the villains that we know. Before I even go back to the main focus of Spider-Man, to be honest, I just want to talk about like what they did give us that we kind of knew and we didn't knew, and the speculations. For example, another one that we knew was Electro. And they've obviously teased us with his new supposed colour. Do you know what I mean? So instead of the blue, they gave us, I think, yellowish to orange lightning. So that kind of tells you that he's not going to be the same. I wonder if he's going to have, like, similar to the old Electro in terms of, like, his skin might be yellowish. Or is it that's just the colour of the lightning that he shoots out of his hands, his eyes, or whatever. But it's good to see that they teased him there. Oh, we know he's going to be there. The other villains, I didn't even know upon first or second viewing. Maybe it wasn't until I personally saw, like, other people's videos and the breakdowns of it to know the other villains that were going to be there. Green Goblin. It shouldn't have taken me by surprise, but it still did, because a couple of weeks leading up to this trailer, I don't know if you guys knew, but there was talks about Willem Dafoe playing Koi in interviews about whether he would be back in this film, you know, with all the news of the other villains returning. And he played coy and he never gave any definitive answer. So, well and truly, I, for one, should have kind of believed or thought that there was some possibility. But then to now officially see the Goblin bomb there, to see his laugh, to hear the laugh, and people were trying to say which Goblin was it. It's definitely the Foe's version. He's got a very distinct laugh. If it was Dane DeHaan from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, you 100% would have you would definitely be able to tell the difference between their two laughs anyway. But I think 100% they were gonna go for this Goblin. There's no two ways about it. Especially like if you're thinking about one of the potential leaders of the Sinister Six, which they are definitely doing. I believe it would be between him and Doc Ock. Now, apart from him, the other teasers that was shown in this trailer was apparently Sandman. Again, another one I didn't suspect upon first viewing. But when you look at it and you slow it down, it does look like the sand is building and it's protecting Peter. Again, it's quite hard to see because in this black suit at night. But that definitely does look like Sandman there. And to be fair, also on Sandman, another fantastic actor. He did an amazing job on Spider-Man 3, Thomas Hayden Church. I have absolutely zero complaints about him coming back, and I don't think any of you guys should either. He was actually one of the main positives from that Spider-Man 3 film. Do you know what I mean? And I think it was generally universally agreed that he definitely did play the part excellent. Probably minus the sand monster at the end. That wasn't him. That's more CGI, obviously. But yeah, that's on him. Again, what's the other rumors? I still don't know what to make of what was trying to attack Peter. Can someone please let me know if they have a definitive answer? I've seen even Lizard. I think Lizard is the main one. I've seen a Venom, or I've heard a Venom possibility that was there. But the one that the one that I'm believing, but do I want to believe they're going to show everyone from that film? I don't know. Basically, what I was going to say was, could it have been also Scorpion? The reason why I'm even suggesting Scorpion is because, according to the toys, spoiler alert, from what I saw from the toys, Scorpion's going to be in like a giant mechanical, not even in his own suit, which I think we'll get, but in a giant mechanical Scorpion. And apparently they're meant to be fighting at the Sanctum. That's going to be one of the battles at the Sanctum Sanctorium against Doctor Strange and Peter Parker. So I don't know exactly where that location is, but Peter's obviously unprepared. He's still in his suit. So if anyone can tell me what they think that was that attacked him, it probably could be Lizard, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the first iterations of the Sinister Six would be 2 from each universe. They might even go 3 from the previous universes. And that's even before they bring in the other villains who we know should be reappearing, But I think they've even been confirmed. Michael Keaton's Vulture, like you said, like I also said, Scorpion. But then there were also teases, I don't know if anyone knows, with some of the characters from Far From Home. Is it Dimitri? Apparently he's meant to be, is it Chameleon? There was another character, Tombstone. I think there's someone in there. And let's go back to Spider-Man Homecoming, guys. You still had Shocker. What's his name? I forgot his actual name. I think he was played by Keem Woodbine, but I forgot his other name in the comic. So the guy, Vulture, passed on the title of Shocker to him. You've got the guy working for them called the Tinkerer. So you do have all these other characters. And I do believe we will be seeing at least 2 variations of the Sinister Six. One that will probably be passed on to Sony, and then one that will still be existing in Marvel's world. Especially if they do definitively pass on Tom Holland's one over there, and then at least this universe will get Miles Morales. So there'll be 2 iterations of the Sinister Six, but that have just been formed so organically. So that's what I've got to say on the villain. I know I spent a bit much on that, but it's definitely something that I needed to get across in regards to the villains of the movie. And I think that one good thing about it is, like I've just mentioned, that it feels organic. It doesn't feel forced. Maybe because it's following one storyline, whereas Spider-Man 3 tried to just have separate storylines for all these villains and then bring it together at the end. That's what made it messier than it is. So yeah, I think this version, they're following one kind of story from the multiverse. So it's not going to feel forced or anything. It is what it is, and I am so fucking looking forward to this. Now, onto the main issue in regards to this film. As we know, Doctor Strange has a major part in this movie. As we've seen, Parker goes to him to try and change what's happened in regards to having everyone's memories erased. It's quite interesting because you look at, he seems to have got a bit of the arrogance back, Doctor Strange, but at the same time, you know he knows what he's doing. And I'm not too sure. Some people have said that, why would he do it? It's not like him to do it. But yes, it's dangerous, but we all know his capabilities to do anything. As long as he's got the concentration, prep time, whatever. So I'm sure he wouldn't have done it if he knew he couldn't do it. But obviously, as you saw, Parker kind of fucked it all up, and that's where everything started to crumble. So I'm just kind of interested to see whether Strange, he's gonna have to fix it, but kind of force Peter into the whole, like, well, this is the consequence of your actions, of you kind of fucking up the spell. This is the consequence of this spell being done. This is what you wanted, but this is what's going to have to happen. I'm not too sure what I feel will happen at the end of this film. It's quite interesting. No Way Home. I don't know, what is your iteration of No Way Home? I mean, I personally don't think it's, I don't know. Could he just end up getting stuck in another universe when they're fixing the thing? And therefore, he possibly could get stuck in another universe within the multiverse. Or is it that these guys just won't remember him? I think he will. And this is where they will now like introduce other like MJ to the MCU. So he gets stuck in an alternate version of the world he's living in, and the MJ he has there will be Mary Jane and not what's her name? Michelle Jones, Zendaya, who I absolutely love. It's going to be heartbreaking because I know there's going to be some sacrifice within this movie. So in order to get things back, he is going to kind of lose some of the loved ones, and I think something like this happened in the comics. I think he made the deal with Mephisto or whoever it was, but he did lose some of the loved ones in order to get everyone to forget. Do you know what I mean? So I don't see it playing out actually 100% perfectly, but they will kind of get what they need, even if it's not like 100% as it is. As you know, we've got the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie coming out next year, so things obviously will not end 100%. I feel like this trailer definitely did justice, considering how long we've been waiting. It's given us enough. It hasn't given us too much, and it's given us enough to flipping just make us blow our minds without giving out too much of the story beat. I was seeing some links today suggesting, trying to ask questions as to why they didn't show Toby and thing. We know for a fact they're in the movie. It's the worst kept secret ever. But to try and show them in the first trailer, it's not doing anything good for the movie. This is your selling point. This is the main selling point for this movie. You want to hype up the movie as much as you can. So the last trailer, when it gets to the when it's finally getting to the final countdown for the film, then you can show a bit more of these of the Parkers, because they are the selling point, and that's the whole truth of it. So yeah, I love this trailer. I've watched it many times already. I'm not too sure what else to believe. I mean, I do think there's going to be quite a few more characters that we're not expecting. Even if it is in a very short capacity, there's going to be other significant characters, and you know what? No one's actually talked about as well, or seem to have forgotten about. Like, you've still got the Skrulls. I think the Skrulls still have a part to play in this movie, if you've seen how Far From Home ended. So don't rule them out, shape shifting and copying someone else, and there's gonna be a lot of fuckery in this film anyway. That's what I see in it. But yeah, this Spider-Man No Way Home trailer is blowing up the internet. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's now actually destroyed Endgame for the most views in 24 hours. I think it's on like 350 million, and Endgame was 265, which is the highest before the other Endgame trailer and before Infinity War and whatever it was before that. So this film is 100% going to be the biggest film of the year. I think it's going to be the best film of the year, and I also think it's going to be the main film. Yes, I know. I believe Shang-Chi and Eternals are going to be bloody amazing. They're going to be popular. A lot of people flock. But I think this will be the movie, the Spider-Man movie, to kind of cement that the cinema is back. There is no way, in my opinion, that Disney can afford to put this movie on Disney Plus. There's no way this movie should be available to download very quickly. It's a massive movie. They need to make sure all the steps are in place to only have this in cinema. It would be a massive mistake to have this streamed at the same time, and I'm hoping that Disney, I know Kevin Feige wouldn't do that, but the people above him, I'm hoping that they have enough sense to just keep it at the cinema, because this is what we need. This is what the cinema needs. This is what this is what the cinema needs. Is what we all need. It's what we all want. You know, to enjoy a film like this together and get people back in the cinema. It's about time we start looking back. You know, and stop being scared to live our lives now. Yes, I understand what's going on, but yeah. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's my view on this recently released Spiderman No Way Home trailer. It's been absolutely amazing. If there's anything else you guys think I've missed, please let me know in the comments. Give us a like and subscribe if you like the video. I'm hoping for. I am trying to improve every day, or whenever I can. I'm gonna try and be more consistent with these videos. But please, guys, yeah, give us a shout out, give us a comment, and we can debate on what you guys think too. Okay, much appreciated, and I cannot wait for the next trailer as much as you guys can. All right, have a good evening.